Black people are over here arguing about who created hip hop, when we should be arguing about who owns hip hop. Because it ain't us. As soon as we got the chance, black folks sold off hip hop to the white man. Black people gave up hip hop faster than a virgin on prom night. We just pulled our little panties aside and let the white man F us. Royally. With no Vaseline, no condom, just a little bit of spit on their helmet. And we're over here arguing about who created hip hop. Fat Joe is getting a lot of heat this week. A lot of YouTubers are doing reaction videos going at Fat Joe. By the way, dear black podcasters, dear black YouTubers, for the love of Christ, put a goddamn battery in your smoke alarm. Like 3 out of 5 black podcasters got their smoke alarm going off in the back. I'm watching your channel and every 27 seconds I hear beep, beep, beep. How does that not drive you crazy? That would drive me insane. But anyway, I'm rocking with Fat Joe on this one. And this has nothing to do with me being a Fat Joe fan. I never cared for his music. I appreciated Big Pun way more than him, but I was never that guy that said, hey, man, put that Fat Joe song in. I just, nope, lean back and all that. Wasn't feeling none of Rockaway or what. I mean, in a club after, I'm having 17 drinks, sure. Anything sounds good at that point, but I was never a big Fat Joe fan, but I'm rocking with Fat Joe on this one. Why? Fat Joe, the Puerto Rican that everyone is saying is a guest in hip-hop, Fat Joe is more successful in hip-hop than 99% of black artists. Facts. Fat Joe has made more money in hip-hop than 99% of black artists. Facts. Fat Joe has employed and given jobs to more black people in hip-hop than 99% of black artists. Fact. You're calling Fat Joe a culture vulture when Fat Joe has done more for the culture of hip-hop than 99% of black artists. That's why I think this whole who created hip-hop thing is kind of silly. It's kind of silly if you ask me. Because no one knows who truly created each element of hip-hop. I mean, what black person created b-boying? I'll wait. What black person created b-boying? No one can answer that. You don't know. I don't know. It could have been a black person. It could have been a Hispanic person. What black person created graffiti? No one can answer that. And I'm waiting for an answer. And you don't tell me cornbread in 1969. Like, can we stop that? Cornbread did not create writing your name illicitly on a wall. He just did not. Could have been a black person. Could have been a Hispanic person. We do not know. And black people are talking about boycotting Fat Joe. And not just black people. Let me take that back. Let me slow this down. A certain sector of black folks are talking about boycotting Fat Joe. And I'm talking about the FBA. I don't even think the FBA have that much power to boycott Fat Joe. And I say that respectfully. I mean, FBA doesn't even own hip hop. I mean, let's keep it real. We haven't owned hip hop probably ever. Yes, of course, have been a few that came in and did the damn thing. The Jay-Z's, the 50 Cents, the P. Diddy's. Dang, I hate saying that name with all those guys, but I mean, of course, the Jay Princes, the Suge Knights. Yes, they've all came in and did their thing, but in reality, there was always someone making way more money than Suge Knight. And that person was definitely white. Okay? So how are you going to boycott Fat Joe, who has done more for hip-hop than 99% of black folks? Help me understand that. Dusty Vision, aren't you afraid of being boycotted by the FBA for what you're saying? No, I'm not. 9.9 out of 10 black people have no idea what FBA is. So no, I'm not afraid of being boycotted by FBA. And I'm not even trying to come at them like this, but they are the ones going after Fat Joe, and I'm objective. In my head, I'm gonna roll with whoever I think is right. And in this situation, I think Fat Joe is correct. I don't think Fat Joe should be worried about FBA boycotting his music, because you know what's going to happen? You can put on Lean Back in any club, in any city, in this country, nay, in this world, at 11 p.m., and a bunch of drunk mofos are going to get on that dance floor and lean back, lean back, lean back. No, he should not be afraid of being boycotted by FBA, and no, I'm not afraid of being boycotted by FBA. FBA calls itself a lineage, okay. But what I'm seeing and the FBA that I've come across, I'm seeing it as more of an organization. No different than Black Lives Matter. Like, what made me come to that conclusion? Because I've said that before, and then I've got crap for it before. But I mean, I Google FBA, and literally the first thing that pops up is a website. And on that website, they're selling baseball caps that say FBA. They're selling beanies that say FBA. They're selling flags that say FBA. That sounds like an organization to me.